Oh, hey.
Oh, what's going on?
Didn't see you there.
My name is Derek, and I play in a band called Hands and Teeth.
My name is Jeff. I also play in a band called Hands and Teeth. I play keys and sing, and Derek plays bass and sings.
Hands and Teeth plays pop music, but we have a lot of harmonies going, and sometimes it's fun, fast rock and roll, and other times we get a little quieter, a little more intimate. It varies, but it fits under the category of pop and rock.
We've had comparisons that people call this experimental pop, but I think we bring a lot of different things, you know, into our style that may or may not be considered strictly pop or strictly rock or strictly experimental.
A bunch of us were playing in different projects before we were in Hands and Teeth, and there were things that we wanted to get out that we couldn't get out in those projects. There were ideas that were not getting used. So me, Kevin, and Tasha started just jamming together, and we would always make dinner, and then we'd play quietly and just write stuff just filled with harmonies. And we were always trying to make it as weird as possible, but still have it be pop music. And then after a while, Kevin was also jamming with Derek and AK, our drummer and our bassist. So after a while, we put the two together, and then we played a bit more. Never with the intention of being a band, but after a while, the songs got to a point where we felt we really wanted to share them. So we played a show without a name, and it was really good. And so we kept at it. We got a name, and we kept going.
I received a lot of emails. I lived in Australia prior to the actual, month before we started the band, and I remember Adam, our drummer, sending me, multiple emails saying, I'm playing with Kevin, or I'm playing with these guys. It's unbelievable. So I was lucky enough to come home, and I like red wine and harmonies, so that sort of brought everything together for me.
You were actually supposed to go back to Australia.
Yeah, I missed my flight January 21st, 2010 to play a show at Rancho Relaxo with Hands and Teeth.
And you never went back?
Never went.
The song's called Help Me. I mean, it seems very spoiled to talk about a song called Help Me, considering where this money is going to be going. Like, we grind it as musicians, and like we talked about earlier, we may not have money for dinner, but our problems are paltry compared to the other problems that this is hopefully going to help improve. Help Me is a tune about night terrors and waking up yelling, which is something that I used to do, which I don't do anymore, thank God. But when I got overtired, I would wake up and I would be half asleep, and I would try to yell so that whoever was with me could wake me up. But I was asleep, so my mouth wouldn't open. It would just be like this horrible sound. The compilation that we're appearing on is a charity compilation with the money intended for War Child, which goes to support children in war-torn countries.
It's quite an honor to be a part of the compilation, and to actually contribute something, back. As musicians, you write music, I feel, and if you talk to anybody, you write music for different reasons, and I think when there's an opportunity like this, it's important to take advantage of it. We're happy to be a part of it.
We've been working on the latest album that we're going to release called Hunting Season. It's going to come out in a couple of days, actually. It's on iTunes now, but we haven't told anyone. We're breaking that story right now. Our album Hunting Season is on iTunes. We've been working on that for almost a year, and it's a very inward-looking process working on an album. It's music that's passed around within the band and maybe with a few ears on the outside, but for the most part, it's just us trying to really massage our stuff and make sure that it's exactly right. And now it's a really interesting point because now we're opening it up and sharing it, so now we get to hear what everybody thinks about it, which is alternately terrifying and exciting. We're really happy to be giving this song to Sound Effects and to War Child. It's a song that we've played since the beginning, and other songs have sort of leapfrogged it to get onto the album, so it almost ended up not being captured. And if you hadn't asked us to contribute to the song, we wouldn't have recorded this tune, and there would never be a record of us having played it. And it's a song that it means a lot to me and means a lot to everybody in the band. So we're glad that A, we got it down, and B, that we're going to give it to a good cause.
It takes, you know, this song, like Jeff said, has been with us since the beginning, and it's one of those things where these types of songs take patience as they grow. And I think, you know, War Child in a way is similar in the sense where it's always evolving and sort of, you know, adapting to new things that are happening. So it's sort of appropriate in my mind.